सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
I'm asking you something, Sana. Where are you? His voice on the other side of the phone. I'm in. I have told you, I have a meeting. She answered him quickly. Where in? I'm right now in Dago, and I want to meet you right now. Sana was shocked to hear that. He's in Dago, but why? In hospital. I will send you the location of the hospital, she said, and he cut the call with only the send it quickly. Sana didn't wait for the doctor to come out. Sana was in a deep thought. Her head was spinning because of the stress and weakness. She could not get the time to having since last night. She had her dinner and right now she was too exhausted to go and have something. She closed her eyes and leaned back. Sana. Only after 20 minutes, Sana heard his voice. She already texted him where she was the hospital. She opened her eyes and stood up facing him. Jungkook, I want to tell, she was saying but stopped. When Jungkook threw an envelope at her. What is this? She asked, holding the envelope without looking at it. You tell me, what is it? He gritted his teeth and asked, his jaw clenched, facing him harder, and his eyes burned red. She shivered and looked at the envelope and read the headline. And name Miss John. Taehyung. It was the report of pregnancy test from the same hospital which Sana got to know about her. The doctor who informed them about her pregnancy was from the hospital as well. It was 9 months ago. It's my She was saying this without reading the paper and only by seeing the headline of the hospital name. The test report. No, it was Taehyung pregnancy test report. He shouted, making Sana flinch at her place. Sana's eyes winded. She looked down and roamed her eyes on the paper till her eyes catch Taehyung name. How could you do this, Sana? They was pregnant and you know about that. Then how could you still ask Tay to leave the house? You knew that he didn't have any place and anyone beside me. Then how could you be so heartless? He gripped her arm tightly. Sana hissed in pain. She didn't understand anything and was staring at him lost. What are you saying? I didn't know about anything. Stop lying, for God's sake. Are you not tired of lying? You still have the guts to lie to me, even after knowing. I found this on our cupboard. He cut her off and spat the word on her face. She turned her face away and tried to pull her arm from his grip. Leave me. You're hurting me. And what you're doing till now. You don't hurt me. Tell me, Sana. You don't hurt me. Jungkook was breathing hard. He didn't know what he was doing and how he had come to. He just knew that he was crazy when he saw the reports in her wardrobe. He was searching for some old papers in their locker when they usually keep the important documents. After finding it, he decided to come to Daegu on the next flight. He wanted to meet Sana before going to Yungi to know Theon. You didn't think about my innocent baby who became homeless. Or how could I forget you hating my child from the beginning? That's why you always end up killing them. And that's why you hide this from me and let they suffer alone because you don't care about that innocent child. Sana's eyes burned. Jungkook, you're taking me wrong. I'm not taking you wrong, Sana. Rather, I'm taking you right from the first time. I love you and never think about hurting you intentionally. I know they and my relationship hurt you, but that was also not in my hand. I never want to marry second time. I never want to love another. And I never want to hurt you. This all happened unintentionally, but you, Sana, you always hurt me. You make me and our life decision by yourself without caring about me. Alone dear, except his eyes. Sana always had the power to hurt him the most. Stop, Sana whispered as she could not take this any more. If it's all Sana, then she could have agreed with him at the same point, but the Sana, this Sana was different. She could see the pain and hurt in her husband's eyes. Now, I'm questioning you, myself, Sana. That was I have already believed that you love me, and just if you had loved me, you would not had to hate my children. You will not hate my flesh and blood. You will not hate a part of me and never love me. Enough. Enough, Jungkook. She pushed him away and said it louder, as she could not tolerate Jungkook cautioning her love. One last time, I'm saying, I don't know that this was Taehyung report. I thought it was mine, and I have already know my reports from the doctor. That's why I never cared to check it out. And I used to believe that I'm the only Jong. She whispered, her tears. I know, I was selfish. I always thought about myself. I didn't want to be a mother. Because of losing the career, I was working too hard to get that Sana was different, that Sana always got what she wanted. But this woman, she pointed at herself and continued, this woman had to her husband disturb behavior for all the month. This woman lost her daughter. This woman lost half of her husband. This woman had to save her husband's second wife and child. Tears fall from her eyes continuously, while Jungkook froze in her place, losing her last sentence. Before he could ask anything, the doctor came out of the ward. John Theung relatives. Doctor asked, making Jungkook head shot toward him. Are you the related to the patients? Doctor asked, looking at both of them. Jungkook was shocked and panicked that what he was heard was true. Did he hear the doctor talking about the Theon? That when he realized she was in the hospital, but why? He didn't think about it till now. Yes, doctor, he is his husband, Sana said, wiping off every emotion on her face. Just then, a nurse came and gave the doctor a file. Doctor analyzed the report before about it. The mother and the twins are fine. The mother has extreme weakness because of the delivery without medical care. But now they're fine. You did a great job by helping him. The twins, if you will have waiting to come to the hospital, then it might be late and we could have lost a mother and the children. The doctor explained everything to them while Jungkook stood there like a statue. The the twins are healthy. Sana could not help but ask. Yes, they are healthy. You can take them, and for meeting the mother, you have to wait for some time. As we shift him to the another room, he said, and walking away from there, Sana didn't look at Jungkook and walked toward the children's ward to get the twins. Jungkook stood there some time before everything settled in him. They gave birth to their twins. He had twins. He had his own children. His part, he whispered as the long tear escaped his eyes. He looked around and found the nurse to coming out of the ward. My wife, can I meet him? He asked. No, sir, you have to wait. We are shifting him to another room. You can meet him. After some time, the nurse asked politely, and he nodded, asked about the trains, and walking toward the ward. After the nurse told him the way, we got there and found Sana standing there with the baby in her hand while smiling at the baby. We walked toward him, and when Sana felt another presence, she looked toward him. Their eyes met and smile Sana was having. She looked away and forward her hand toward him. I have twin boys. There is the first one with the dark brown eyes, and the other one has light brown. Saying this, she handed the baby to Jungkook hand and first baby and stared at his face with the exact copy of him. Tears start rolling down from his eyes, and breath become uneven as he could not hold back, and sobbing in emotion.